Back in my day, and I guess I'm an old guy, but back in my day, we didn't really care about sexuality and stuff in movies. When we were watching cartoons or anything that had to do with superheroes, we didn't care really who they were sleeping with or otherwise. But then, of course, things were a little bit different back then. Your parents would actually cover your eyes when sexuality was on display in on the television or in a film. Nowadays, they say, "Hey, you better watch this diversity, bitch." And that's parenting in the 2020s. So, as you can obviously tell by the big picture up there, we are talking about Kevin Feige. And Kevin Feige has gone on record to say that a transgender character will be appearing very, very soon, most likely in the Eternals, with for the first time in a Marvel Cinematic Universe movie. Now, this is not the first time that you have a transgender character in the overall Marvel Universe, because we had one in Jessica Jones. Jessica Jones' secretary was a transgender character. Wasn't really played up for much. It was just, that's who she was. And I actually thought it was great. Not because she was a transgender character. I mean, it didn't really matter whether she was transgender, whether she was a male, whether she was female, or any of that. It was the fact that it wasn't an integral part of her character, that being a transgender woman was just, it just was treated as what it was. And the problem that I have with, when it comes with Star Wars or Kevin Feige's Marvel, is that they treat it, because they want it to become something more than what it actually is. They want to really shove it down your throat. With that overt feminist messaging in Star Wars The Last Jedi, what they had to do was they had to dumb down or make every other male in that movie seem incompetent so that the woman can supersede him. Now, that's what's going to happen with these characters, because there's no nuance with them. See, in the television series, they had a character and they could play it out like, you know what? It just is what it is. This happens. This exists. Get used to it. But in the in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, what they're going to do is they're going to really shove it down your throat. They're going to shove it down your throat hard. And that is not a pun. You got to be careful with these things, okay? It's very easy to get caught in puns when you're talking about these subjects. Kevin Feige promises transgender Marvel superheroes soon, but Marvel needs to hurry the heck up. This, of course, is from the Mary Sue. The Mary Sue is SJW loving website. That's how they get their clicks. Marvel wants to be as woke as possible while still being capitalist. That is the funniest statement that I read in a long time. And the reason being is they're proving, they even know themselves, that those two things are mutually exclusive. Being woke and being profitable, or being a capitalist. Two completely different things, and rarely do the two intertwine. Which means they try to sprinkle in diversity wherever they can and tease it when possible, in order to give us something while doing mostly nothing. Wow. You see, because that's, people like the Mary Sue, they don't want the normalization of those things. They want it to become the standard. They want it, every character. See, you can't just have, we can't really represent the population of America when it comes to this. What we have to do is we have to overextend ourselves when it comes to the number of characters. You can't have, I don't know the exact numbers of transgender people versus, I don't even know what they call, like, straight, not transgender people. I should probably look that up. Or you could just tell it to me in the comment section. What are you called when you are just a regular ass dude who just likes girls and stuff? I don't know. Their upcoming movie, The Eternals, seems to be the one place where they are heavily investing in having at least one queer lead. But they are promising that we might see a transgender superhero in the next year. Now, The Eternals is going to be funny because they're going to have, like, 8 people or something like that? It's going to be like a team of, a group of leads. So they're trying to hedge their bet, and they're putting, like, one queer person in there, and then the rest of them, sort of. And I guess that is a representative of the actual demographics in some way, but this is not going to make the Mary Sue happy. And you can tell just by look at this right here, what's on the side. Praise for the rise of Skywalker's queer representation is unmerited. Mary Sue is not happy about the girls kissing at the end, but that's another video for another day. According to The Guardian, Kevin Fiege is going to be taking this seriously. Speaking at an event at the New York Film Academy, Marvel president Kevin Fiege said a trans superhero would appear in a film very soon, and the movie we are shooting right now. Right now. He said that more transgender characters would feature in the future. Not to recycle so early in the year, but the future is now, because when it comes to this, Disney, Marvel is tragically behind. What? Back in 2017, Disney teased everyone by saying that there would be a gay character in a gay moment in the upcoming Beauty and the Beast. Was it really a tease? Were they really teasing us with that? I don't know. Belle, the gay character remake starring Emma Watson as Hermione. Did they just take a jab at Emma Watson? Bitches. Belle, this gay character ended up being Le Fou, played by Josh Gad, and the moment was him dancing in the distance with another man, implying that he is such a Gaston fanboy because he's gay. Delightful. Since then, I always refer to this kind of background LGBTQ representation as Le Fou's impact. She's trying to start something there. A symbol that companies know what this kind of rep is absolutely important, but also rather not put it in the forefront, lest it offend bigots. Okay. For a little over 2 years, actress Nicholas Maines on CW Supergirl has been playing Dreamer Nayanal, the first on-screen trans woman superhero played by a trans woman. Not only is Maines wonderful in the role, but the writing has been amazing, and Supergirl gets no ratings. Supergirl should have been canceled a long time ago, along with that entire lineup. That thing gets nobody watches that. I just did a Batwoman video talking about the ratings. Their ratings are god awful over there, and Batwoman was number 2 with just horrible ratings. So why is it that, like, if so many people want this, why are so many people not watching it? That's what I don't get. Nobody's watching this stuff. Nobody's, like, yearning for it but the Mary Sue. The Mary Sue's the only one looking. It's like, oh, I need this in my life. As far as I'm concerned, and you are the only one, this is the new bare minimum. Not a kiss between 2 unnamed lesbians who we don't actually know their background that can be cut for international reasons. Not the director playing a nameless gay character during a brief meeting with Captain America. Not saying they are pan, but only knowing that from press interviews. I just don't think nobody cares. Realistically, nobody is buying tickets because of the character's sexuality. Nobody's buying tickets for that. You don't go to Captain America and you go, my God, I would love to watch this Captain America movie if only he was gay. I would absolutely love Iron Man. But the guy would just suck a couple cocks. Why can't he just get on his knees? Why? Why not? Please. I'd buy the ticket. Please. Nobody cares. Nobody really cares about this sort of stuff. And as long as you say, and there's a right way to do things. If you can introduce these characters in a way where we get to love the characters for who they are as people and not what they do in the privacy of their own bedrooms, then people will accept them. 110%, an overwhelming majority of people will accept them. And the ones that don't, it'd be clearly because they are bigots. The problem is when you go ahead and you shove these characters that nobody likes, nobody cares, that don't have legit motivations for doing things, that are either OP or this or that, and you try to shove them down our throats and say, this is going to be the new guy that, or new gal that you love, well, that becomes a huge issue, and nobody wants to watch that. So, realistically, what Kevin Feige needs to do is introduce these characters where their sexuality is not what makes them who they are. It's their deeds that make them who they are. It's the way they treat others that make them who they are, not who they fuck. These other people out here, these ones that want to be pandered to on the Mary Sue, they only care about who you fuck and getting fucked. That's all they care about. And we're not about that. We want great stories. And I don't care who sucks what and who does not. I don't care about any of that. All I want is good stories that make sense, that I could get lost in. Leave the rest for another time. Just leave it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have any comments on this, which I'm sure you may have, if you think I'm a I'm a piece of shit, leave it down in the comment section below. And do me a favor, don't just dislike it. Write me a comment. Tell me why you didn't dislike it. Maybe I can change something up. Make it nicer or something like that. Fuck you. I ain't making shit nicer. Hey, enjoy your 2020. This is my first video of 2020. Enjoy it. Every single person out there, I hope that you have, even the haters, I hope that you have a great one. 2020 is going to be freaking solid. Like, share, subscribe. Bye.